Greetings, my fellow normies. This is Scott, your host. Just a normie. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. And today we are going to be discussing Superman and Lois episode 3. And here we go. If you have not watched the episode, please stop listening to my video. It's going to contain spoilers, and I do not want to spoil that for you. So, I'm going to give you a countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going into it. So, the episode opens up with the whole family in the house deciding on what type of paint that they want, since they're making this their home now and all that. Everything kind of subsudes into a paint fight. It kind of reminds me of the good times that in my own family with my own kids and wife and stuff. When we have spaghetti night, we have a noodle war and stuff and all that, and the dogs absolutely love it and stuff. So and I felt that this was one of those moments and stuff, and I really appreciated this kind of little sentiment, because it reminded me of my own happy times with my family as well too, when my children were younger. But during this family time, unfortunately, Superman he can hear that, I guess, a Chinese bridge is collapsing in China somewhere, and he rushes to the scene. And during the crisis, he's having to lift something up and stuff to save somebody from being killed. And he looks over to his hand when he waves to the person, noticing paint on his hand from the family time, and with the paint fight and all that stuff. And this gentleman who portrays Superman and stuff, his facial expressions are really good, because he doesn't have to talk to kind of get that sentiment across. And it's like this through this entire episode and stuff. His facial features and his demeanor and stuff like that are really it really shows and all that stuff. But Clark in the episode seems very confused in regards to, not confused, but this episode was very family oriented. There wasn't really Superman per se in it and stuff. It was more Clark, and all that. And there's Clark as Superman and stuff like that, has the super hearing and all that stuff, and they sit down to dinner or the table or something like that, and they discuss his abilities and stuff. They kind of foreshadow, how he, blanks out what he doesn't want to listen to, and so on and so forth. And then they kind of get into discussing things of what he hears and what he doesn't want to hear and stuff, and Clark says, oh, well, maybe when you get older, I'll tell you about that, and because one of the kids, Jonathan's all like, kind of like asking him like about sexual things and stuff like that. And it was kind of an awkward scene, but it was kind of funny between, son and father and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, There was also somewhat of a side story, kind of with Lois in regards to working at the Smallville Gazette, being asked to cover less than stellar stories as if she is better than that. My opinion of Lois, I don't know what it is with this character. It is as if they don't know what to do with her, and at times she seems overbearing. I don't blame the actress. Very lovely looking woman, but perhaps her character development will get better as time goes on. I'm not really sure and stuff like that. I've never seen her in anything either, so I don't have anything to compare her to and all that. But during all of this, a woman comes forward in regards to Morgan Edge, that her son worked for him and he's gone missing and stuff and all that. Like I said earlier too, the episode is very focused on the kids, on Jonathan and Jordan. And to be honest, the kids are not as much of a distraction or as annoying as I would have thought. I'm still rather taken back by this notion of Superman as a dad concept. It's different. It's a twist, which so far I'm okay with. It just seems odd all unto itself, and only one kid getting powers. Also, this episode, it's funny in part to the way that Clark facial expressions are in this episode, which I stated earlier. Very genuine, and that's where it comes across for me. But getting back to the two boys, it is interesting the dynamic. At times, the football player Jonathan is worried for his brother, making the case that him playing football would be good for him. He is liked. Being in football makes you known, especially using his powers per se. However, earlier in this scene, Jordan, the brother with the powers, tries out for football team. While his abilities seem insane, the coach doesn't care the least bit. Doesn't think anything about it. Jordan does well at it. Besides, it might allow him to channel his powers, or at least choose to somehow reduce or control them, maybe. In sports and stuff like that, you get a lot of training, especially in high school and stuff like that, in, controlling a lot of your emotions and discipline and stuff like that. And football can do that too, it might be a clashing sport and you get hurt, but, Jordan's not going to get hurt. He's got some type of superpowers of some sorts. In a lot of ways, I think they're dormant because he's still so young and he's half alien and half human. So, I think that anything about it, and Jordan does very well at it, of course. Besides, it might allow him, like I stated, to channel his powers, or at least choose to somehow reduce or control them, like I said. I think when Clark took Jordan to the cave to talk with Jor-El, it would appear Jordan might be more powered up as first thought and stuff. We don't really know the extent of what the AI can really do in looking at him and stuff like that, He might not be the strength of his father, but he still has enough strength, more powerful than the average man. And also, too, Jordan is still young. Being half alien, human, it might develop slower. We don't know. We don't know this dynamic, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing in there that really tells us or anything like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm also wondering, too, if the other brother eventually might actually develop some powers as well, too, but maybe delayed or something and all that. The other thing, too, is... all the while, Jonathan is kind of like Jordan's champion in a lot of ways. His loving brother, knowing and seeing he has never fit in. And you play football, you get a whole new outlook. I know, I played football in high school as well. Granted, I was in track and cross country and so on. It changes your status overnight. And Jonathan states this to his father, as his father didn't allow him to play baseball due to his powers. Clark thinks about it, and about his own powers and the fact that his own father prevented him from playing baseball. And apparently the actor had I guess he was a baseball prodigy and stuff like that in real life before he became an actor and stuff. So he got to share a little bit in this scene and stuff, because I was doing a little bit of research on this. But I think, with Clark thinking about it and all that, and then him joining the team as a coach or helper or something like that, which I completely understand, If something gets out of hand, maybe he can help or channel Jordan in another way and all that. But in this episode, I'm really seeing Clark more of a caring father, trying to navigate this situation of having teenagers. And even in real life, even with superpowers or not, it's a difficult situation. I have a 16-year-old. I know how it is. I have a 22-year-old. I remember when she was a teenager and she, and all that. But even speaking to his old high school sweetheart at the bank about their children, what is odd is I don't see the same development with Lois as I'm seeing with Clark and stuff. And I'm not really sure if that's intentional or what. There is a scene at the end or in the middle in which Lois goes to meet some informants about Morgan Edge, only to run into a super strong individual that is basically an enforcer for Morgan Edge. Needless to say, this goon of the week, I'm saying, I guess, no Captain Luthor this week, Master Chief lookalike, mistakenly tries taking out Lois during this encounter. However, Superman shows up to take him on, realizing he has and is going up against another super with powers on the same level, if not more, than that of Superman, which I found to be rather odd. You always seem Superman has been the most powerful. And this is the second time, I think, in 3 episodes we see him not as super as he should be. I will say, great fight sequence, and he uses his freezing ability to basically counterpunch this super goon and all that, which is very interesting and stuff. I really liked it. The effects and the graphics and everything they're using in this show is freaking phenomenal. I love it. Also, why does Morgan Edge have someone with superpowers working for him? Let alone, we are suspecting more than one. We don't know who this mysterious woman is at the end of this episode either, that takes out the goon with the powers. At the end of the episode, a woman pops up out of nowhere and just vaporized this mysterious Superman type powers with her eyes on the guy who attempted to take on Superman and was unsuccessful to a point. Do you all know who this mysterious woman is? All that. Overall, I'd give it about a B+. Other than that, it seemed like it is doing very well so far. I'm really enjoying it. I really hate the damn CW app and stuff. The streaming just sucks. And I have a 400 megs up and down stream, so I should have no problems with that and stuff. So, I mean, granted, it's the free app. Maybe they throttle or something like that. But let me know what you think down below. Another great episode in the can. I'd really like to know your thoughts and stuff. But yeah, like, subscribe, and share. And I'll be talking to you all later. Take care, everybody. Bye.